Hello my beauties, it's Anthony here, Twin Love, and I'm here with your Twin Flame Energy Update today. I hope you're all well and I hope you've enjoyed these last few weeks since our last visit. And thank you guys for your patience, your love, your understanding of where I'm at the moment in my own journey, and also, you know, I'm not going to be very forthcoming all the time now with energy updates. It's as of when I feel guided, so thank you for understanding that. And to all of my loyal subscribers, thank you so much for your consistency and your loyalty with me. And to my new subscribers, hello and thank you so much for subscribing, and just welcome everyone and thank you for being here today. Okay, now few things guys actually. Firstly, we've just gone through the Libra full moon, Friday just gone. Okay, so I just want to talk about that for just a second, because I feel, if I'm honest with you, there's like a two-way street going on here. Okay, some people are on one side of the street and the other people are on the other side of the street, but we're all going in the same direction. Okay, but really a lot of people are in different energies right now. Okay, we're not kind of all feeling the same, only because some of us are just a little bit further down the line on this journey. Other people have just started this journey, so we're going to be in different stages. Okay, naturally so. Now, I've got to say that there was heaviness with the full moon. To be honest, I expect it. I think the majority of us just expect it to happen, because the full moons are always about completions to cycles. Okay, it's about getting rid of what no longer serves us energetically, sometimes physically. So naturally, there's a process of elimination, you know, and that's all it is. Now, I did feel that communication would be coming in from divine counterparts. Okay, so either way, masculine and feminine contact would have been made through that period of time. Libra was very much about the balance. It's about relationships, and therefore it was a case of contact being made. Doesn't mean that the union's going to take place. However, communication was certainly going to be taking place. Now, I did find that with my twin, and I've had confirmation by a lot of people out there that they've all had communication from their twins. Right, now, I appreciate not everyone has. I get that, but the majority have done, okay? Don't panic if you're not one of them. It doesn't matter. Your time will come, all right? So don't think, oh, well, mine didn't. It's okay if they didn't, but energetically, they would have been thinking of you. I promise you that now, okay? Now, basically, guys, there had been word out there about these 3 days of darkness. I don't know if you guys saw this going about on social media and everything, but I did have one of my soul sisters who I met through this journey in a different group a few years back now, actually, and her name's Jennifer Lou, so shout out to you, babe. Mwah, love you loads. And yeah, intuitively she picked up the information around this, and to stipulate that throughout the Easter weekend, which was also the full moon time as well, just gone, is that 3 days of darkness was indicative of, you know, the next sort of dark night of the soul, so to speak. Okay, now for the most part, the divine masculine aspect, okay, would be the ones to sort of experience the shadow, if you like, with the full moon. They would have been the ones in the energy. So our aspect of our divine masculines would naturally feel that load, all right? But the ones that are in the majority of the energy of the divine masculine would be experiencing it way more than what the divine feminines would. Okay, so what Jennifer was actually picking up was that we were being prepared for this to come, okay, starting from this full moon energy. So from Friday now, ongoing, this is what's to come, okay? I don't feel it's a specific 3 days. I do feel that we've got this coming, all right? Some may have already started, more to come. Now for the divine feminines, it's just to kind of check yourselves, all right, and just to know what is your energy and what isn't, because the more intuitive you become, the more empathic you are, the more you're going to feel collective energy, okay, not just your counterpart's energy. So check yourself and just determine what is yours and what is collectives and what is divine counterparts, because you don't actually need to experience the dark night of the soul again. You might have certain things come up, naturally so, okay, but it doesn't actually mean that you have to fully be in that. You don't, if you know that you don't need to be in that. Some still need to be in that because it's still a process, like I said, so some of you will, all right, but for the most part, you know, I have to say I fully am in alignment with what Jennifer picked up, and I do agree with what she intuitively felt with that information. So thank you so much, darling, for contacting me with that. Okay, now, yeah, basically, my twin and I had a catch up for the first time. I haven't seen him since November in a physical. So for the first time, we saw each other just as the full moon was about to occur. It was last Wednesday, I do believe, so a couple of days before full moon. Now, twin and I have come to a different space, actually. From previous times, I've explained to you guys that, you know, I put an end to the cycle. He's now got himself a new girlfriend. I'm feeling fully detached, going towards my life, what it is I visualize, what is coming in for me. All right. Now, I found that when we had a get together, it's like it always is. It's like no time has passed, really. It's like I saw him yesterday. And what I realized when we had our conversations was that I never realised up until that point just how much I would hold back from my twin. I thought I was fully there, fully showing up with every aspect of myself. And it was only until I sat in front of him realising that I did no longer want to pursue a relationship with him. Okay, I wasn't fussed about us two ever getting together. I've let that go. And what I found was I was really able to just let it go. And I thought I'd always done that, but it turns out I really hadn't. See, I'm still learning. I really am still learning more and more and more about myself within this connection. And I realised it was because I feel I probably held back a lot of myself, okay, with a lot of things that I've experienced in my life, what I've done in my life, things that have happened to me. And I think because I was self-judging, I didn't realise just how much I was still self-judging in this connection, right, along the way. And then I suddenly got to that point where I just didn't care how he thought of me and what he saw in me when I was telling him these stories about myself. I finally realised I didn't care how he judged me because I no longer judge me in what's happened. I'm perfectly okay to say it out loud now. And in front of my twin is a big deal, and I never realised that that was something that I never did. And because we've crossed a line in energy as well, and I'm not pushing for an outcome, I'm not pushing for a relationship, I really couldn't care less if we get together or not. It's not something that I think about anymore, okay? And when we were discussing, you know, the girlfriends and everything, and we've come back to this conversation, we've had it a few times, and I have mentioned this within my journey as well. Basically, he always follows this same pattern of getting with a girl because she gives him an ultimatum, then they get together, and then 2 years down the line they split up, and then he gives himself a break, and then he goes on to the next one, meanwhile lining up these women, you know, so he's probably got options ready to go, you know, and he always knows it's coming with the girls, right? And I've known about this pattern for a long time, you know. This is why basically I have needed to put an end to our pattern that was going on. So anyway, I wrote him a letter when was it now? I think about 3-4 years ago. And I did say to him in the letter that I would never give him an ultimatum. Now, this conversation came up, right? And he never understood what I meant at that time. And I don't even think I fully understood what I meant at that time up until this point now. And I explained, and the reason I'm telling you this, guys, is because it's going to be applicable for some of you, all right? There's always a reason why I'm going to say things, because it will resonate. Now, I said to him, and this is my reasoning behind why I don't give ultimatums, because I deserve to have the man I love, who I know loves me too, right, but does this dance, right? I deserve for him to come to me fully in his heart, because he wants to be my boyfriend, my partner, my life partner, my counterpart in life, right? Now, generally, what happens with ultimatums is this, okay? Yes, there's boundary setting. I appreciate that. However, ultimatums come from a place of fear and lack. They don't actually come from a place of unconditional love, because what an ultimatum does is it puts conditions on the relationship, right? This is what I was explaining to him. So when we're truly loving unconditionally, we are able to actually let that person go live their lives as they want to live their lives, because we are not loving them just because they want to give us a relationship. We are truly loving everything that they are, what they're doing, what they're thinking, where they're going. We will love that for them. That is accepting and loving and surrendering to that love, right? And that is the difference between an ultimatum and authentically describing and telling that person the type of love you're worthy of having, right? Now, I do not want to sit next to a guy that I know I've given an ultimatum to, and knowing that he is only there because I made him be there. No, I deserve better than that. I deserve that guy sitting next to me to be with me because he wanted it more than anything in the world, just as I did. That is the type of love I deserve. And that is what I explained to my twin. Now, I promise you, when I tell you this now, he had nothing to say back. He just stared at me, and I stared at him, and we had this lock-eye for what felt like a million years. And he just nodded his head, and he had nothing more to say, because I don't feel he ever really understood up until that point, right? So this is significant for you guys. And what I found is that I feel so empowered. I feel so good about myself, in my convictions, in my truth, without any anxiety about what is to come. Literally, it feels very peaceful. And that was that, basically. And then we just had a lovely time, just catching up what we're doing, and that was it. And he opened up a lot about how he feels with the now girlfriend, which is the same as what he always feels with every girlfriend. He's not feeling it, he doesn't want it, he feels trapped, la 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 la. And you know, it's simple, it's not rocket science. Either change a pattern or get on with it and stop complaining about it, right? Okay, same applies for them, doesn't it? So let's be real. So another thing, guys, that has been coming in is Tao. Now, Tao, I've been getting a lot of Tao within this last few weeks. Keeps coming to me in all different angles, even people under Twitter with the name Tao in it. It's really bizarre. But anyway, I've been following the I Ching, or I Ching, however you say it, for a while, since 2012, and I know what the Tao is, but it's significant, guys, in the sense of the yin yang. Okay, Tao is really divine. It's the divine. It's about living through your truth, through your balance, and doing what is always going to serve you. All right, and going with the flow and not fighting against the current. Okay, going with the flow and remaining in your yin yang. That's basically where we are. All right, so the Tao energy is very much around us in our collective energies, and it's really about the balance. Okay, funnily enough, I didn't even realise I'd always had this fascination with yin yang when I was little. My mum used to get me yin yang everything. I loved it. I was always wanting yin yang jewellery. So my soul obviously knew what was coming in later on in life. But anyway, so yeah, it's all about the balance now at this moment, my sweethearts. And also, they were giving me the lotus. I got a lot of lotus coming through in my visions, in my meditations. And if you look at how the lotus is formed, the lotus flower, how it actually is formed, it comes from the muck, the goo. The lotus flower is born out of all of the algae, the muck, the yuckiness in the rivers, okay, or the lakes, whatever it is. And that is how the lotus flower is formed. So if you think about the twin flame dynamic, the energies, and what it is that we are about, how we are formed into this beauty, this magic of the lotus flower, it comes from the darkness. Okay, it's very self-explanatory, but you know what? Keep that in mind when the dark night is coming, okay? Because of what you get from that darkness, okay? Right, so I've done something a bit different today. I felt the need to do a Celtic cross for the Divine Collective, okay? So what is coming up? I'm going to start with these first. I'm going to flit through these because they're very self-explanatory anyway. Okay, solar plexus followed by concentration. So solar plexus chakra, work on that, learn to open this up, okay? This is what's coming in, and this is all about your gut, your inner knowing. This is your I know chakra, okay? This is basically trusting your inner knowing, guys. This is what it's being called for. And the concentration is to clarify, to really concentrate on your innermost feelings and ignore what your head is telling you. Ignore the head. Concentrate on the inner feeling, okay? Then we have the number 6 card here, which is material and spiritual prosperity. I love that because this really is balance here, guys, with the number 6. And it's also to show you that right now for the collective, it really is about mastering your material life. Okay, so through your manifestations, through your spirituality and connecting with the divine source, going within, knowing that you are worthy of receiving what you're deserving of on a material plane, this is where the prosperity comes. And we've got achievement to clarify that. So yes, you will be achieving your intentions to do with your material life with these coming energies now, guys, okay? So start visualizing the money that you want to come in, your missions, how you want to go about making good money from starting your missions, or even at work with what you're doing. Know that you're at prime time of achieving that, okay? We've then got some choices. Actually, all of these cards now are really about choices coming towards you. Movement, choices, and decisions. It is the number 2. It is going to be to do with partnerships. Again, take it as the work aspect for the moment. Okay, the emotional choices are also coming in, but this is more to do with the work. All right, so you've got avenues opening up. All right, and insight. Trust your third eye at this point. The insight is really about connecting through the third eye and seeing very, very clearly and visualizing very, very clearly which pathway you want to go down, because you'll be able to achieve that. And then power and belonging. The power is about the strength. This is also challenges here, okay? Now, the beauty of the challenges is that they come in a good way of achievement. And what I mean by that is that you are going to want these challenges. It's going to give you that adrenaline rush. It's going to give you that edge, and it's going to give you that challenge that you're going to be excited to go for. Okay, so when you've got the new choices coming in, what this is saying is that, yeah, look, you are going to achieve, right? And it's going to be quite challenging, but you know what? You're going to do this. And that's what that drive is pushing you to do it. Yeah. And belonging. You're supposed to be doing this. This new direction that is coming in for you, these new choices, is for you. So trust yourself. Trust that you have got what it takes to achieve everything in this aspect. And then we have choose wisely. This is to do with the emotional aspect, all right, guys? Now, some of you will have different people coming in to express attention to you. They fancy you, they're attracted to you, and they're presenting themselves. Now, it's like I've always said, don't worry, you know, if it's not your twin at this point. It's not a problem, okay? Everything comes in your life for a reason. You're going to learn something. Everything is for a reason, right? So yeah, just choose wisely. If they're not vibrating for you, don't do it. If they are, go for it. There's, you know, just trust how you feel, but you are under divine protection. We've got the protection card here anyway. Okay, so don't fear and don't think for 1 second that they're not around you and bringing about these situations without a reason. There is always a reason behind it, and they're saying you've got the protection here. Okay, so we're going to give you some options, right? Probably just to preoccupy your time, teach you something, you know, give you some sort of clarity because of this new person coming in. It does happen. It's happened for me. Okay, and that's that. I trust everything that comes up, and I always know it's for a reason, and I do learn. Okay. Right then, so Celtic Cross. This is for, I'm going to go for the next 4 to 6 weeks with this spread, guys, okay, in terms of timing. Now then, it's like I said, 6 of Pentacles, there's your balance, and there's your achievement with regards to your material, okay? So lump sums of money coming in for the collective. This is really about balance and feeling very balanced with regards to your finances. And crossing the path is the 6 of Swords, which means we're really moving away from the problems now, all right? We've got a much clearer vision about where we're going and how we're going to get there, okay? Now, at the base of the matter, we've got the Magician, which is our manifestation card. So yes, we are manifesting, guys. Prime time of manifestation. And for the majority, it's to do with the Knight of Swords, what we're manifesting. Now, the Knight of Swords is to do with the communication. Communication from your counterparts. I'm not talking about just anyone. Now, what it is that's being manifested is that the communication that is coming in is going to be a lot more truth speaking. Okay, this is a karmic justice card. This guy comes in to right some wrongs. Okay, he comes in to rectify situations that need to be rectified, and they're coming in more in truth. Okay, so yes, we do have communication from our divine counterparts, a lot more truth speaking, a lot more open-hearted communication. All right, I'm not saying that they're going to express their undying love at this point, but they're certainly going to be more in touch with their emotional bodies. Okay, now in the past position, what we have is already the feelings of regret, already the feelings of emotional despondency, already the feelings of looking into the past and seeing what they've done, circumstances that have happened, and it's creating this energy of them feeling a bit low, emotional sadness at the moment, hence why they're going to be communicating. And with the 7 of Pentacles, this is to clarify that it is who we have already started investing in. Okay? Like I said, it's just to clarify that. And yeah, it's progressing. But guys, it's slow progress. Good. Let it be slow. I'd rather it be slow and right than quick and not even and pointless. Okay? So it's building. And then when we get the Queen of Swords come out, because this is a general reading, right? It's not specific to any one person. When I had the Queen of Swords come out, this is coming through as the other person. So whether they're male or female, this is the other, right? So who they're in a relationship with, who they're connected to in terms of a relationship. Now there's the catalyst that is coming up, the Tower. Okay, so there is going to be the disruption and the breakdown of that relationship with the other person. Okay, now this is also why they are in some emotional sadness as well, because of what they're going to be experiencing with the significant other at this point, right? Now that will be communicated to you guys. This will be communicated to you. You will be finding out from your divine counterparts. And there you are, standing firm, standing in your power, standing in your truth. Because when they come back in at this point, right, you have still got to maintain your value at this point. All right, because by doing so, you're still loving them. You are still loving yourself, okay? And you're helping them through this situation, being very grounded, very humble, and very truthful, okay? And still being in that balance, because the 9 is still being very, very independent, but also feeling very fulfilled with all that you have, right? And therefore, you're in a good space when they come back to you. Okay, because of the catalyst. And then you're going to both start investing. All right, with the 8 of Pentacles, this is about putting in the hard work. Okay, so yeah, looks like we've got a new batch coming round now. Okay, there's a new batch. But what is beautiful is that the balance is so much more substantial to how it has been. So much more substantial. Okay, and then we have Mountain. So the Mountain says, know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. The reason why this came out was because it's what I said here. Still, you're going to need to be in your truth and your independence and very grounded. You need to remain cautious because their energies may not still be matching what it is you're deserving of at this time. That's all it is. It's at this time, right? So that's why they're saying remain cautious, trust your intuition, you know, your inner knowing, concentrate on what it is your inner knowing is telling you at this point, because that will aid you for the next chapter, all right? And then we have proposal. So a romantic or business opportunity is indicated. This is very evident that this is both from the surrounding cards. All right, so yeah, we do have the proposal coming in. Doesn't mean to say marriage proposal, but there is certainly an offer. All right, I do feel from our divine counterparts that are going to come towards us, but it's up to us to determine what energy they are at this moment. And then just to finish off, we have a card from Archangel Michael, and it says, pay attention to your dreams. All right, and it says here, thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderfully restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. Please allow me to understand this specific situation, so tell him what you would like for him to help you understand on a spiritual level and give me guidance. So what he is saying here, guys, is that tonight and every night when you go to bed, please call on him, because he's here to aid and assist you and supply you with answers. And then pay attention to the information he will give you in that night's sleep. Okay, write it down as soon as you wake up. Okay, I think that's it really, guys. So I'm going to love you and leave you with that. And just keep me posted as always. Please feel free to contact me if you would like your own personal readings. And also thank you to those who have already done so within this next few weeks. The bookings that have come through, thank you so much, guys. Look forward to doing your readings for you. and keep me posted. Please like, share, comment, help me like the video, let it circulate, because people will need to hear this. And thank you for all your love and support as always, guys. I truly cherish each and every single one of you. So I love you. Until next time, mwah, look after yourselves. Bye bye.